Hi everyone, Anthony Fantona here, the internet's biggest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the old Red Hot Chili Peppers music video, Other Side. This is one of the most famous songs and videos by the alternative/funk rock band from Los Angeles. As is usual for the Peppers, the song was written by frontman Anthony Kiedis, and the video was directed by Jonathan Dayton. The song was originally released as a single in January 11th of 2000, and it appears on the group's breakout 2001 album entitled Californication. In the music video for Other Side, Kiedis relates the inner struggles of drug addiction to the audience by developing the symbolism of the title through figurative language and matching visual storytelling. The song begins with a strumming bass line that leads into the first chorus. The chorus also sets the tone for the rest of the song, and is repeated a total of 4 times during the song. Each repetition, it becomes louder and faster. Kiedis starts off the chorus with a rhetorical question. He asks, how long will I slide? His choice of words here reveals something key, and that's self-awareness. Because he's asking how long, instead of why he's sliding, or how long he will slide, or whether or not he will slide, the author is showing the audience that he knows and is aware that he's going deeper and deeper into his addiction. He is aware that he will continue to slide. This also exposes the author's perceived inability to stop himself from sliding, which is a key characteristic of addiction. The third and fourth lines also show the author's inner self-conflict. In the third line, he claims he doesn't think what he's doing is wrong. Yet in the fourth line, the symbolic language of slit my throat likens his behavior to suicide, clearly something that he knows is wrong. This allusion to suicide relates back to the self-awareness, as he is not blaming his death on anyone but himself, as he knew what he was doing all along. These 2 lines represent the conflict in an addict's mind. On one hand, he wants to continue using, but on the other hand, he knows that it will end in his death. Kiedis uses symbolism here very neatly to create this idea. Now, let's take a look at the first verse, where the motif of the other side is first established. My throat is so I heard your voice through a photograph. I thought that I've been brought up the past. Once you know you can never go back, I gotta take it on the other side. The first lines here show how the author is haunted by a voice from the past. Many believe it is that of Hillel Slovak, Anthony's best friend and a former member of the band, who died of a heroin overdose. This is actually a part where audience comes into play in the understanding of the text, as only someone who is familiar with Red Hot Chili Peppers and the history of Slovak and Anthony would know this. Even if you don't know this, however, it is clear that he is being haunted by a figure from his past which he sees in a photograph, which is someone everyone can relate to. The ambulance ride in the music video represents the past, or Hillel's overdose, as he is taken in an ambulance. While showing the ambulance ride, the lyrics, once you know you can never go back, which is happening at the same time, refer to how an event such as an overdose, which is being shown, irreparably changes your view of the world. But it also refers to addiction itself, as once you are hooked on heroin, it is very hard to get clean again, or for some people to ever want to get clean. This double meaning in the lyrics continues throughout the song, creating a conflict, or more a curiosity in the reader's mind about what the other side actually is. He continues this by matching the words, I've got to take it on the other side, when the horizon shifts in the video, creating a different world. This connotation becomes associated with the other side of a flip or a significant shift in a worldview. Coming directly after the sequence of an ambulance ride, we can infer that the author is presenting the other side as one of 2 things: death or getting clean. You can see that in the song's title as well. The other side can mean death or getting through addiction and coming out clean. The verse continues.
A cemetery where I marry the sea. The stranger things that never change my mind. I gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide?
A cemetery where I marry the sea. Stranger things can never change my mind. Here, the author continues to use the figurative language as a means to tell the story of his addiction. Marrying the sea represents making a commitment to something vast and deep, which again could either be death or overcoming addiction. Now, let's take a look at how this verse finally wraps off. Again, we see the motif of the other side, this time while the character in the video is being drugged by the hospital staff. This connection between the lyrics and the image of him being drugged and fading off reinforces the idea that the other side is either death, if he is being put to sleep, or getting clean if he is being given medicine, but it makes no distinction. It's really up to the audience to decide what this means for them, and it could mean either or. The song continues until the last chorus, which has an extra 2 lines. After the main character takes his tumble and reaches the floor where he started, the end could be interpreted as him finally reaching the floor after being high, or him overdosing and dying. This message is deliberately ambiguous, as not even the author knows which other side he will reach.